Yes, I think in the interest of time, we should get started. So welcome everyone. Thank you for taking time out and joining this webinar. So this time we will be covering the dashboard and related features of Audit 360. Before that, Ramya has some details about the new releases to share with you, and she'll also share with you what we're going to cover in the next webinar, and then we will hand over to Ravi, who's going to take us through the dashboard today. Ramya, over to you.
Yeah.
Then I think there are more
You have
people
to make me as host.
this bit of time.
I'm just requesting Ravi to make me a host.
You want to share something?
Yeah, I have a screen to share.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
You are the host now, Ramya. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar or user experience team webinar. So today we would be talking about the recent releases which we have done. So there are three changes which we have brought into our system in last couple of weeks. First among them is the checkpoint sequence. So let me just tell you all what is checkpoint sequence. Initially, when we create any audit type or when we create a checkpoints, so there was no specific sequence which was defined for the execution. If there are any user who would want to set the sequence of the checkpoint in which it has to be flowed, we can set the sequence, and this option is not mandatory. So let me just show you how we can set the sequence. So all your checkpoint creation, configure audit, all the features would remain same. There is a new column which has been added. I'll just click on create audit type and I'll show you how we can do the sequence. So I will create an audit type as so in this screen where you are creating a parent audit or a group selection is done. If you see, all the checkpoint which is under any of the checkpoint group will be listed here, and there is a new column which is being given as sequence number. So the sequence number is not a mandatory column to be filled. If a user or a audit head or a super admin would want to set the sequence in which the checkpoints has to be flown while doing an audit execution, then we can set the sequence. You can give the number if you would want this to be a first sequence, and then the last checkpoint as the second, and then the third sequence will be a first checkpoint. You can set the sequence basis whatever sequence has been set. The auditor would get the checkpoints listed on his screen when he's executing the audit. So the sequence can be set at a group level, because we would be adding multiple groups. In that case, each of the group can have its own sequence to be set for the checkpoints which has been configured. So this is on the checkpoint sequence, and rest of your configuration.
I would want to add one point here. Sequencing the group itself, if that is a requirement, then there is no need. Just need to create the group in the order that they need to show up. So the group which is created first will show up first in the audit execution screen. Yeah.
Yes. Next is next feature which we have is the activity log. Activity log was earlier available in our system, but we have made some modification in the activity log. Earlier, each and every activity which we do in the audit log, we were getting captured at the individual change we make, the modification we make in the system. So now what we have made is we have compressed all the activities in one audit log so that the user or whoever reviews the activity log are clear on what are the action been happening. Oh, just a minute. If you see the screen, all at the module level, at the feature level, the activities are being set in such a way that the key activity are being compressed and shown in one activity. If a user would want to know what are the activities being done inside that, what are the changes, they can click on the log details, and log details will mention what is the changes it's been made. If you have created a new, then you would have a previous value as not. Then you can change the previous value and the current value, both would be shown. So these details will be very clearly mentioned for each of the activity, and it is easy for a user to have a user to know what are the activities being done. So on the table format, the table, the column details, what we share is same. So whatever the filter we have here, if you see the filter earlier, we were giving only date and start or the select date from or to only was given. We have also introduced the role and the usernames in the filter as well. If you would want to go with any of the role in your domain or on the server which you have, you can even choose for which of the auditor you would want to review the activity. So this
Ramya, there is a challenge with your voice.
will help you
Ramya,
go with selection on filter wise on the user or
Ramya, there is a connectivity issue at your end.
is it better now? Is it better?
Just slightly better. Yeah, can you talk again?
Is my voice clear now?
Yes, so you'll have to repeat whatever you said for the
How
last.
about now?
Yes, it is clear. You will have to repeat whatever you said with, in the last 1 minute or so. We couldn't hear any of that. I think we lost Ramya's connectivity. Okay, no problem. Nilesh, if you can make Ravi the host. Ravi, we'll start with the dashboard, and then when Ramya is back, maybe towards the end, we will cover that part again.
Yeah, sure, Santosh. Yeah. So I'll start with the dashboard content. Hi, afternoon, everyone. As you all aware, we have upgraded our dashboard recently, with pack of new features compared to the earlier dashboards. Now I'm going to demonstrate all the features, like what all features as a users uh, new features are there in that new dashboards. So I'm just going to log in.
Ravi, I'll just explain the 3 levels we have added.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So the current dashboard has 3 level of users, which is Plus, Pro, and Prime. The reason it is Plus, or the reason it is starting with Plus, is because at the base level itself, it gives more features compared to the previous dashboard. The next one is Pro, and the last one, the highest access to the dashboard The highest level access to the dashboard is prime. These are the three levels of access that is available. Now, while plus gives a certain level of access, the dashboard also gives a facility to restrict some of these actions. For example, in plus itself, there is a chart level download access that is available. There is a drill down access that is available. Some of these actions may not be required for some of the users. So while by default, all existing clients will get a plus access, if you want some restrictions for people, maybe below the head of audit or, not part of the senior team, then you can bring in that restriction by uh, making them standard users. So standard users will have, certain restrictions to some of the features available for plus users. Yeah, so now Ravi, you can explain the features, the plus features, and then we can do pro and prime.
Yeah, actually, current standard users, what we have given access is management users. We have bifurcated four levels of users called as management users and senior management users, premium and premium plus based on the future access. So first, this management user is nothing but standard features. Now, what all who all are users got the dashboard access, all of them are getting this standard users features. So first I'll explain what standard will get, and since you only have access to that level of features only, first I'll explain with that features with the current access what all you can do it in the dashboard. Then at the next step, what I can show you directly, I will show you to the premium plus features. Apart from this standard users features, what other premium use features you can get it. So those then you will get a clarity about the stages of the feature access. So now first I will access as a management user, means the standard users what you got today. I'll just log in. So earlier in the login page, we used to have our landing page as my checkpoint and checkpoint what we created those things. Now we have standardized our landing page as a simple dashboard where you can get the status of the last 2 days activities, including today. So in the sense, if you have any planning for today, that you can see how many schedules you have been scheduled for today, and what is the status of that audit schedule, who is the auditor for that, responsible auditor, is there any new issues have been added today, or is there any issues have been resolved or issues have been changed from the any status. Those kind of summary you will get in the landing page, where it will useful for you to plan your day accordingly. So this is the only for the informative dashboard. Apart from that, you will get two default dashboard as conformance and the compliance, and one more paid dashboard we have as a audit quick view, that I'll explain you at the last stage. First I'll go with the default dashboard what you got today. It is for conformance and compliance. Conformance, I'll start with the conformance dashboard. Conformance dashboard is nothing but where the status of the schedule activity related data what you will get in the conformance. means how many schedules you have done so far and how many schedules have been executed, and it's all related to your schedule related status, and it's all this dashboard is related all your schedule related data. It is includes your scoring and execution status for which auditor and which auditee. So those kind of analytics you will find in the Conformance dashboard. There are each dashboard will tell separate information to you, like a number of main schedule, means the for the time period from the YTD, whatever schedules you have done, that will show here. Currently the dashboard data is restricted for the 2 years, means from the last 2 years, whatever the latest data is there, it will show you. If you have been there with us from the last 3 years or 3.5 years, you can see only the 2 years data. But if you want to access the entire 3 years data, that you can access with through the filter. um, Now if I come to
Maybe
the
I'll just
analytics.
clarify this. Just we want to mention that the default load is the loading data, the auto load that happens is for last 2 years. You can by going and selecting a larger period, you can access the past data as well. The data is not going anywhere. Just to the data for a period which is greater than 2 years, and as the tenor goes within the software, it keeps increasing, and it makes loading of the dashboard little difficult, and it will not be a good experience when you are trying to log in and the dashboard is taking time to come up. So that is why we have kept it at 2 years, but that doesn't mean that you won't be having access to data prior to that. The data is not going anywhere, it is there. You just need to go and increase the period of access from the filter option, which Ravi will show you as part of this demo itself.
Yeah. So if you have, if you want to know that what is the time period you are getting the analytics data, that you can keep the cursor any of the analytics, that it will tell from analytics start dates, like from when to when data it is accessible. Now currently the start date end date is there from the 29th January to 2007 to till date, but the data what you are seeing is 1st September 2018 to 10th August 2020. So this is how you can check your data, what latest data you are seeing. So apart from that, you can see what all schedules overall. If you come to the analytics level, what all analytics you will get information. I'll just go one by one. Like there are main audit schedule. Main audit schedule means overall schedules, whatever you have done so far. That total count it will show. Of the total execution status on that total main audit schedule, we can see the execution status across all the status which are at the execution side. And you can see submitted count as a standalone count. What you can see it is only refer to the submitted one status. It is not included your submitted, in the sense you will be there accepted, after that there will be a finalized. Those counts will not be included here. It will tell you only what audits have been how many audits have been submitted in the submitted status. And the same way you can see the overall number of schedules, sub-audit schedule. Sub-audit schedule is nothing but your primary identifier schedule if you have any annexure kind of audit. Then number of audits finalized, including out of this total audit schedule, how many audits have been finalized. That count you can see it in separate indicator. And this next slide, what you can see it is your auditor wise execution status. If you want to know which auditor is doing what and how many audits have been scheduled for audit, that heat map you can see it. as for a single auditor, what schedule and how many are in lapsed or how many is completed, submitted, those kind of detail you can see. And primary identifier status at the sub-audit schedule level, you will be having primary identifier. You may have uploaded 1000 or 2000 primary identifier for any schedule, but it's not a mandatory to execute all the primary identifier. You may, for some reason, you may have done not found for the cases. Those cases split, you can see it, which all found cases you have executed and which all not found cases are there at the primary identifier level. And the next analytic, what you can see it is the main audit type wise schedules. If you have multiple main audits within the organization, like multiple checklist what you are checking, if you want to track it, or if you want to see the main audit type levels executed audits, that you can count, you can see it, which audit have been scheduled how many times. The same way you can see it for the sub-audit wise schedule also. Within the main audit schedule, you may have be 2 or 3 particular sub-audits. You can see that sub-audit schedule as well. Then you can see this is the score related area, where you can see your average score, total average score, and total achieved average score, and denominator average score, and percentage of average score. The why we are showing average here, it means it will help you when you are seeing the large data, like two years or 1 year data. You may have to see all overall the performance past 2 years, what is your average score of all the executed data. It will show average of that 2 years finalized data. The same way achieved percentage average, what you can see it. It means it will not restrict you to see only that average score. You can drill down, or you can do analytics, linked analytics. Then you can see particular audit data also, that I'll show you in the next step. The same way you can see the rating. Rating is not the average case. If you have particular outcome, if you have defined in the configure audit, based on that define, you can see which audit schedule, how many audit schedule are in good, and how many audit schedule in average, that you can see it in the rating analytic. And the main audit type wise achieved score, you can see it. The same way sub audit type average achieved score, you can see it. And if you want to see auditee wise schedule, you can access these analytics, which auditee has been scheduled how many times, and the dates, everything you can see it here. And the same way auditor wise number of audits scheduled, like if you want to see which auditor have been executed how many audits so far, that also it is available. uh, uh, Now we have included some of the trend charts also within the default dashboard, which earlier was not accessible. Now what you can see is, if you can see the your achieved score at the audit type level. If you have particular 3 or 4 different auditee type, means you have branch audit, and you have some internal audit, or there are some vendor audits also. There are checklists you have defined such a way that you if you have 3 or 4 types of auditee types, then based on that auditee type, what is your average achieved score at a monthly level, you can easily see it in the trend wise. And you can see geographical wise number of audits schedule, like which state or which region, which location, all it is, you can see it in a single chart, that I'll demonstrate how you can see that information later. And all put together, we have given one small summary where you can download your audit schedule detail along with the score achievement for each single audit which is got finalized. You can see how much may score, and what is the achieved score. and that summary you can see it and you can download as a part of. It is a geographical wise achieved score. It's a bubble chart where you can see which area has got how much average score and what is the oddity overall total average oddities achieved score. Those kind of things you can see it in this particular chart. Um, this is the analytic level things. Analytics information available within the Conformance dashboard. Is there any questions in this point of time, Santosh, in the chat?
Yeah, we have a question on drill down that anyways we are going to take up now.
Yeah.
Just one more minute. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'll start the feature level access what you have currently. At the dashboard level, you will get linked analytics and the refresh, and there is a filter option, and you can there will be a export option. If you want to export entire dashboard, you can do it. First, I'll explain what is linked analytics. It is linked analytics is nothing but overall dashboard drill down only. So if you want to see certain information, certain specific information in entire dashboard, then your dashboard will not restrict you to see at the analytic level or at the chart level. You can see your information in the entire dashboard. Suppose now I wanted to see only finalized audit across all the dashboard. Now it contains all the details like lapsed in progress audit, submitted audit, and accepted audit. All the total audit schedule related data, it's there in my dashboard. But I want to see only finalized data in my dashboard. I don't want to see any other data. Then you can do drill down. Drill down is nothing but you can choose the linked analytics. Then my entire dashboard will get changed based on my selection which I wanted to see the data. Now my total finalized data is 766. You can see only that 766 related data in across all the dashboard. Okay, so then if you want to see within this particular selection, you want to see only a particular auditor data, then you can click on top of that. Then only you can see that particular auditor selection. Like this, I have chosen Abhishek as an auditor. I don't want to, I am seeing entire auditor execution. Means I just wanted to see only Abhishek's one. Then I just chosen that Abhishek. My entire dashboard get refreshed based on Abhishek's execution and how many auditees he have conducted, and what is the uh, geographical he has covered. So only you, if you want to see at the auditor level, any point if you want to see, you can choose that particular data and you can see that as a linked analytics. Once if you want to once you have chosen, if you want to export this particular information and you want to share it with someone, that is possible, where you can export this selection. Now I have chosen this, I required relevant information. This information I want to share it with someone, with your higher management, or if you want to share it with your auditor only, like these many audits you have been executed, there is some conflict. If you want to explain with them, you can easily download entire dashboard in a PDF with with the selection of data. The only selected items you can download it and you can share it, that details with the required person. So that is a possibility, that level of information you can access with the linked analytics. Once if you want to release that linked analytics, then you can click on the same linked analytics you can reset that. Once you reset, then you will come to the same page where you were earlier. So this is called as linked analytics. Then there is refresh button. It is nothing but if you are seeing that any mismatch in the data, or if it is our audit refresh schedule is every 30 minutes, it will get refreshed. But if you are seeing that any mismatch in the count, you can refresh your data. It will happen automatically, but if you still want to refresh the data, you can refresh it, and the refreshed data will show you immediately. Then again, there is a filter option. What filter options will provide you, like now you are seeing entire 2 years of data. You don't want to see it at the you want to see at the specific audit or specific auditee data. You can use it linked analytics one way. That is one way to see the particular auditee or particular auditor data. In another way, you can use it with the filter. Now suppose you want to see only JP Nagar or any specific auditee data, then you can easily access that based on your selection. I'll just go with any of the auditee. I'll go with this. You want to see only this particular auditee or only particular audit. Any filter option what you have, you can choose that. That will get applicable. You can apply that filter. Once this is applied, then my entire data will get refreshed based on that filter. I'm just applying. Now the data what you are seeing, it is based on the selection what I have given, taken as a FS Nagar. Suppose if you want to see this as your default access, a default filter, whenever you log in, whenever you come at the next time, you can save this filter, and when you come next time, you can see only this related filter data only. You will not see entire dashboard again. You can save that filter as your default filter as Evershine Nagar. I'll just okay, I'll just make this as my default filter. What will happen in that case? You can save the filter, or you can keep it as your default filter. Whenever you come next time to that particular dashboard, suppose I'll go somewhere from dashboard to 1 second. I'll just access another role management, or okay, filter is saved successfully. I'll go any other page. I'll go to the compliance, and I again come back to that particular dashboard. If you come back that time, you can see the data which you have chosen as a filter, as a make as a default filter. You can see only that particular detail as a thing that will get applicable as a default. So that is one thing, and you can go with the audit schedule filter, audit schedule ID, or if you want to go with the audit type wise, you can do filter. Auditee type wise also there is an option, and auditee wise option. Apart from this, if you want to see any specific period data, like as we told earlier, now you are seeing only the 2 years data. If you want to see entire 3 years data, you can go with the specific time range, date range, and you can see the data. If you want to see only July month data, then you can see that July month, you can choose that, and you can add as a filter, and you can apply that. Whenever you see the filter, then you can see only that month related data. Then again, if you want to save this filter, you can save it, and you can keep it as your default filter whenever you come the next time. You can see that particular month's data only every time. So this is the filter thing. Then apart from this, you will get export. Like as I showed, you can export entire dashboard related data in one particular PDF. I'll just release this filter. So then this is at the dashboard level features where you will get. Apart from that, you will get analytic level also. You will get some of the important features where you can access the data, or if you have some certain analytics to be done at the dashboard level. Suppose you want to see some data matching within this chart only. If you want to see something, you have some couple of questions, or if you want to go with the drill down, or there is a option called drill down at the analytic level, and there is option called enable drill across, and one more option is drill through. What will happen if you choose as a drill down? I'll show with the relevant chart. If you have now I'll go with this as a drill down. I'll choose within this Maharashtra. If you want to access which all cities are there, you can access it. Okay, I'll just remove that default filter so that you can see all the data. Now you are seeing only that. Okay. So in a drill down, what will happen if you choose? Now you are seeing only Maharashtra. If you want to see inside that Maharashtra, what features, what city is there? Within that city, if you will be having branches, you will be having region or split. That will take you till until you reach your last level, like till reach your branch. Now you have come across with the state and the city and the region. Now at last point you are there in the branch level. Branch level information, you can see which branch is scheduled how many times. If you want to see only Evershine Nagar data, when you reach the last stage, then you can see the data particularly for that particular auditing. So this is as this called as a drill down access. If now there is one more option called drill across. Maybe only drill down will not give you the specific information. You have a lot of questions in your mind. Suppose now within this chart only, you don't need to go to entire analytics if you want to see any specific information. Entire dashboard, if you want to see finalized one, which audits are being got finalized, then you need not to go to the particular analytics which is available in the dashboard. Within this dashboard only, you can choose the drill across. Then you can go to which, if you want to see which is the auditor name, then you can choose that. So within this chart only, you can see only for finalized which auditors given more contribution for that finalized audit. Like that, maybe this is, since this is a pie chart, it will not give exact information. I'll just go with this main audit type, so that since it is a bar chart, you can easily catch up that. Now, when you are in main audit type, this is your main audit type, but you want to, when you are in the main audit type chart, if you choose an, now you want to see drill across for this particular main audit, how, which is the, how we, who is the auditor have been executed this audit. 1 minute, I'll enable the drill across and I'll go to the full screen view. Then I'll choose one particular audit. For this, I want to see 1041 executed audits are there, but I want to see which auditors have been executed this. Within this chart only, you can see which auditor have been executed, how many times this particular audit. Then within, you are seeing large audits which is executed from the Rahul. If you have another question called, if you want, I want to see the execution status for this 962 audit within this chart. Then if you click, there is a list will come. You can search for the audit execution status. Then you can click on that execution status. Now it will show you only that particular auditor and that particular scheduled what he got as an auditor. What is the status of that particular 962 audits, that you are easily see it in one chart. Then again, if you want to see it, now lapse not started is there as an I contribution. Why it is lapse not started, which auditees have got lapse not started, that if you want to see it, then you can go, you can choose auditee name. Then once you choose that auditee name, you can see which particular branch have more contribution for this lapse not in progress. Then you can see Evershine Nagar have got multiple times skipped as lapsed in progress as 893 as a count. Then again, if you want to see some anything, whatever questions you will get as a analytics, you can achieve through that drill across. You need not to reach particular analytics to do that particular activity. This is you can easily achieve in the drill across. Then again, next option is your drill through option. Drill through option is nothing but it will give you download option. If you want to take it as a one particular download, suppose I'll choose drill through. I want to download this 615 underlying data as a ACG audit. If you click, the download screen will come. Some of the default columns, you can see it as auditee ID, auditor ID, document ID and auditor ID. So this information is not relevant for your download. You are looking for other information. Definitely it will not restrict you to download this particular format only. You want to add some more element to this particular information, you can easily add. You can click on this arrow, then it will open, then go to the dimensions. You always have to go to the dimension. When you click the dimension, along with this information, you want to add auditor name. Means now auditor ID is there, it is not relevant for you. So you want to see the auditor name along with that, then you can choose that auditor name. That particular column will get added in that. Now you can see auditor as well. The same way you can add execution status. For that particular audit, you want to add execution status also. That column will get added. Like that, you can see auditee name. If you want to add auditee name, that will in the dimension, you can choose that. Once your data, when you feel that this enough data for my to analytics, then you can click on this table thing and you can download that data in Excel or CSV format. When you download, this information will get downloaded along with your selection, that you can easily share it with any respective auditee, or if you are looking to share some information to anyone, you can easily download that data and you can share it. This particular function called drill through. So hope you all got what is drill down and drill across and drill through. In this dashboard, as a default user, all users will get this drill down, drill across and drill through. They can download the data and they can see that data. They can do analytic using the drill across. They can go with the drill down. So all these three particular features, as a default user, you can use it. Then again, you will get the analytic level refresh button, and there is a time period option is also available. Then as a management user, you will get only two particular features at the analytic level, called download and the full screen. This download will happen at the analytic level, means what status you are seeing at the auditor level, the same thing will get downloaded here. It will not give you the drill through access, like which column and line items. It will not give you. It will give you at the auditor wise what is the finalized count and what is the lapsed, or what is the submitted count at the each auditor level. At the analytic level, you can download that particular data and count. It is not the line items how I showed in the drill through option. If you want to see the line items, then you have to access the drill through function. Okay, this is the features what management users gets. Is there any questions at this point of time, Santosh?
Oh, Ravi, I don't think we have any questions.
Okay, this is at the conformance dashboard level, where at the schedule information. There is one more dashboard called we are giving as compliance dashboard. At the future level, the access is same for that dashboard also, but the information what you are seeing in the compliance dashboard is all related to your issues. Like how many issues are there, and what is the issue status across all the issues. Then how many high risk risk issues have been highlighted so far, and how many zero tolerance issues have been got so far, and the same way medium risk issues also. Then main audit type wise issues, you can see it, which main audit type got how many issues so far, and the group wise issues you can easily see it. At a down level, you can see checkpoint wise issues also, like which checkpoint hit as a issues as how many times so far, and the risk wise count issues you can see it in different chart. At the same way, there is an issue aging also. Issue aging is nothing but after due date crossed, if audit is not resolve that issue from after due date, what is that particular issue aging, that you can easily see it. There is a 4 slot is there. One is 0 to 7 days, 7 to 21 days, 21 days to month, then more than a month. These 4 stage you can see the aging. Now currently in this data we have only two kind of data, which is between 7 to 21 days and more than a month, like that. Then you can see overall top 5 issues on your organization, which particular checkpoint got how many times as an issue. As the top 5 issues you can see at the checkpoint level, and you can see branch level, or if you have vendors or any auditee wise issues you can see. Then one more thing is repeat and recurring issues are there. Repeat and recurring issues is nothing but when one schedule, suppose I am doing one audit for the Lucknow branch today, and the same audit I will conduct in the next quarter. if I conducted in the next quarter, if I found the same checkpoint as an issue which I have got in the last audit, that will become my repeat issue. Next, the same Lucknow branch, if I have scheduled second quarter audit, means third audit in the same year, when you are doing audit, if you found the same issue which you got in the last two audits, that will become your recurring issue. Such cases, like such checkpoints, how many checkpoints you have got under the repeat and recurring issues, that you can easily find out in this particular chart. And how many recurring issues are there at the organization level, you can see it, and how many repeat issues you have there in the organization level. In this chart, it is showing as a main audit type wise repeat and recurring issues. If you want to see this, the same information at the auditee level, you can easily access at the drill across, and you can see which 371 what you are seeing, for which auditee you want to see it, that you can see it at the auditee name wise also. I can just show you this. So you can easily see which auditee it is, JP Nagar or auditee name, whatever you give, it will show here. And the same way you can see the state-wise issues. Here also you can see only state-wise. If you want to access the city-wise under region and branch-wise, that you can use it drill down, and you can within one chart you can having all the information. And like how you found conformance dashboard as a trend analytics, the same way there are a couple of trends available in the compliance dashboard also, where this trend will tell you how many repeat and recurring issues are there from across month, and what is the trend each month, what is the trend for that, with how many recurring you have got and how many repeat you have got, that it will show here. And next, the trend what you will get is average time taken to the close issue. With one auditee, how much time it was taken to close one issue from accepted status to till close status, that it will show you at the monthly trend level. Then again, trend open issues over time, like which month you have got how many issues, that trend is also available. Then average time taken from the status to status, like if you want to close to accepted to close, how much time it is taken, how much days time it has taken, that you can see it as another trend. Then trend as an average time taken at the risk level, like which high risk issues, how much time it is taken to close, and low risk issues, how much time taken to is close. That you can see it in the trend dashboard. The data what we have in the demo is junk data, so you are able to see multiple line items in the trends, but when you are seeing with your clean data, you can easily point out what exact data you are seeing, and the relevant chart will give you proper information. And another chart where you will get is trend open issues, like every month what is the open issues in the heat map, you can see it. And the risk level also you can see it, how many risk wise issues you have got in which month. And at last you can see one summarized data with some specific information. You can download that data if you want, this summary data. So this is about your default dashboard, which you will get conformance and the compliances. Then another dashboard, we have a option where we can create dashboard for you. So if compliance and conformance dashboard, what default you are getting, it is not meeting your expectation, or you need more information, or you want to see visualization in a different way, then if you are expecting separate dashboard to your organization, we can build for you. There are couple of along with the default dashboard, we are going to add couple of dashboard in a roadmap where you can subscribe your own dashboard. If you whatever dashboard we created, if it is relevant for you, then you can opt that dashboard and you can start using that along with the compliance and conformance dashboard. Now currently with compliance and conformance dashboard, we have created one more paid dashboard, paid version dashboard called Audit Quick View. Audit Quick View give the information of conformance and the compliances. What you are seeing in the two different dashboard, that clubbed as one particular dashboard, and you can see it at the one single view. Where you can see main audit schedule wise related data as well as issue related data also in a single dashboard. This will help you to analyze, or if this will help you to check the relevant information in a single dashboard. You need not to if you want to see issues related to specific auditee, you need not to go conformance and the compliances. It will give you the information within this particular dashboard itself. If you want to see only particular auditee level data, or you can easily filter auditee name and audit schedule ID, whichever information you want to see it, you can see it together. Means conformance and compliance details, you can see it together. This is Audit Quick View, where you can subscribe along with the compliance and conformance. Apart from that, I'm going to if you want to create the dashboard using your external data, suppose in Audit 360 you don't have the
external, Ravi, just let me explain that one part. When we say external, it is we are only referring to external to Audit 360. You may want to bring in your business level information or any other information from any of your other systems into Audit 360 and analyze that in conjunction with the audit information. Then that is what you can do within the dashboard.
Yeah, we have created one small dashboard where we have used external data and we have created that. I can show you. I can show you that. I can show that UAT which we have created. No, Santosh. Hello.
Yeah, Ravi. Sorry.
We can show that data which we recently created one dashboard with. So
also, we can create custom dashboards for you. So what comes with the product is compliance and conformance to dashboards. But if you want to see the dashboard in a certain way, you want to see certain set of informations within the dashboard. The others, do you if you think that those are not relevant information for you, or it is actually distracting you from focusing on a set of given requirements, you can always ask us to create a dashboard that is relevant for you. Now, this is a dashboard which we had created within with data that is there within Audit 360 and some external data that client had brought in. So this is a COVID specific dashboard that we had made for them. It's a large organization with 1,000 employees, and this is a dummy view which we have created. We can't show the actual client information to you, so the client information and the actual percentages are hidden. So we're just using the view of that dashboard. So they in fact have about 3,000-4,000 employees. They are testing their employees for COVID-19. So the status of the percentage of employees tested, and then out of that, the actual positive numbers, all that we are capturing, and department with highest level of positives. And then there is a trend of there is quarantine of employees that is happening. So there are people wanted to know when their team members will be available for work from their premises. It's a large industrial organization, so people cannot work from home, or working from home is not going to help them. These are it's a factory kind of a setup where people have to come to their premises. So they wanted to track who's going to come when, and then they wanted to also they had 5 different units. So the unit level they wanted to track the risk that is actually there. Then number of COVID tests happening at the organization level. Then different symptoms that different employees are showing. Then the overall safety, that is for the employees who are tested. For them, what is do they have any symptoms, no symptoms, or they have, which is a comorbidities, which is a high risk category. Then whether they are in hospital or at home. So it is completely different when you compare it to the current dashboard that you were looking at. The kind of information that we are showing is very, very different. So this is just to show you what is possible using the dashboard. You can get creative as to what you want to see there, as long as the underlying data is available in Audit 360, or for or it can be bought into or when be brought into Audit 360 through an external file. Then such dashboards can be created, and going forward we will be creating more and more dashboards like this. From our end, we shall be creating dashboards, and we will be putting it up through sessions like this. If you think those are going to be helpful for you, and then you can subscribe for that by getting in touch with your relationship team. Ravi, have you also taken the upcoming features in the dashboard?
Yeah, that I'll show it now, Santosh.
Yeah, we can quickly go through that, and we have to give it back to Ramya for 2 minutes for that part where her voice was not really visible.
Yeah. I'll show one Premium Plus users only. I'll just log in as a Premium Plus user. Now I have showed demonstrate as a management user. I'll just show what Premium Plus users will get as thing. So I'll get. This is the Premium Plus user login, like in Premium Plus users, along with the default features, you will get more features where it will helpful at the premium users. Apart from what I showed is
I think you may have to use a different login.
yeah, 1 minute. I'll just re-log in again. Give me a moment. I'm just facing some issue. PWRU. Uh, Ramya, you can. Sir, I need some time. I'm just changing the role mine only. I'm not going to use another user. By the time Ramya can complete the pending things, I'll show you.
The host quickly. I
Yeah,
think
I can.
we're running the time. We need to finish quickly as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I made Ramya as host. You can
Yeah,
continue.
thanks, Ravi. Regrets everyone for the inconvenience caused due to some network issue. I could not take up it.
You may have to be a bit louder.
Yeah, I hope it is better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just was telling sorry for the inconvenience caused. They were due to some network issue. I had to log out. So the latest releases, what we had was on the checkpoint sequence. The checkpoint sequence is where you can set the sequence in which the checkpoint has to be flown to auditor during their audit execution. So I'll just quickly
That
show.
part was a fine. Sequence was heard well. It is the activity log
Okay.
that was not seen. And that too, the second half where you were seeing about the download, the filters, that part is where we missed out.
Okay, so I'm coming to the activity log, the login. I'm in my demo instance. So if you see, there is an audit log. All the information, whatever changes we do or whatever the activity we do gets registered in the log here. This option is available for super admin. Now we have given this along with the filter in the date filter. Now we are even giving a filter at a role level or user level. So if you would want to choose any role, you can choose a role on which you would want to check the activities being done. And you can even select the date. Yeah. And you can even choose at a user level if you would want to have a view. And all the as a default, if you would want to see the number of entries can be seen. Now, if the are at individual activity level, the whoever user has worked on this system.
Hello, Ramya.
Details. The moment you click on the log details, there will be popped up which says that there is a change.
Ramya, can you just pause there? I'll talk. You're not heard. So once you click on the log details, the the actual action that has happened, what was changed. So earlier when Ramya was discussing this feature, she changed the sequential order of a given checkpoint and that was changed. There was nothing there. She added a sequence value over there. So these details will come up in the details. If there are more than one changes done to one line item, all of them will come one below the other. And the last one is more of a cosmetic change that has happened. We've just refreshed or freshened up the icons that are in use in the product. We just tried to use more relevant. So there are these changes in the front end. Front end are happening for some time now. We're just giving a fresh look to the software. So instead of doing it in a one bang approach, we are taking bits and pieces here and there and bringing up the improvement. This is just to give a fresh, better look and more relevance to the icons for the features that they are representing. Now, I think we have overshot by 15 minutes. Ravi, if you're ready, we can show this now, or in the next webinar. In the beginning section, we can just quickly cover these features and then move on to other things.
Santosh, maybe for showing the premium features, we may need more time. So what we can do is we can cover the same part in the next webinar at the first thing. Then we can cover other things, what we planned in the next.
Correct. So now the next webinar is going to be on the premium features. So there are features in Audit 360 which you may not be aware of, or which you may not have ever seen, or which you may not have thought that these are available. These are features which we have been working on for quite some time now. So we would like to show these features to you. These are paid features which you can opt by paying an additional subscription. What that is and all, we will discuss out of the webinar. The idea of the webinar is just to show the features to you, just to showcase what each of these stands for. Just one quick look within the product itself. Now we are launching one more section. So where your notification box is there in the product window. Ramya, quickly, if we can go to that screen as well. There is a section we've added called What's New. And within What's New, you can see two sections. One is standard and the other one is premium. The standard is all new features added. As and when it is added, it will get updated there under standard. And if the given feature is a premium feature, it will go and sit in the premium section. You can click there and access all the features that are listed there with brief details about all of these features. So I think, there was a little bit of connectivity issue, and that has led to us overshooting, and also we wanting to show you the dashboards in detail. That has resulted in slightly overshooting the planned time. We are really sorry for that, but do really appreciate you taking time and joining us in this webinar. As usual, we'll be sharing the recording once it has been uploaded to our channel. Ramya, there is one request from Samunnati to share all the links together. If that can be accessed over the channel, maybe you can give the channel folder itself. And yeah, we'll also share a feedback form with you. You can share your feedback with us. And like how we have decided to take up dashboard this week, it was based on your demand. So you can go ahead and place your request for any specific module or modules that you want to see in these webinars. We'll be more than happy to take that up in our list of priority. So next week, we will take you through the premium features in the dashboard. There are some upcoming features as well. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk you through some of the premium features in the product in itself. Who knows that these features may really come handy for you, or you may have been looking for something like this in the product. So let's look at that in the next session. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you all.